Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the whey protein or carnivore thread is the protein. So, what is the best protein and what is the harmful effect of this protein and what is the benefit? Let's understand about that. Basically, is the whey protein or the other carnivore thread powder, which that is basically isolate from the beef meat, the beef isolation from the beef, and that isolation hydrolyze the protein, and that protein will be separate, and this function, this process is known as the isolation of the protein. But on the other hand, this a lot of content are present in the protein, and this basically is creatine or other type of things which that is too much important for you. So anyhow, let's understand about what is the side effect and what is the benefit. If you are a more fat, so you should don't take the whey protein or carnivore thread or other type of protein powder, because when you will drink this protein, it will spike the insulin too much, and this protein will go into the liver also. Due to the spike of the insulin, and insulin will absorb the extra amino acid into the liver. In this way, the gluconeogenesis will be occur in your liver to produce more and more glucose. That glucose will be uptake into the bloodstream, and in this way that glucose will be used as a metabolism. But if the excessive amount of the amino acid, some type of amino acid will be used, but if you will drink more and more protein, that is not good. But you should live with a moderate amount of protein, like the 10 gram or 50 gram or 60 gram. Some amount you should be limited, but you should don't take every day. Just don't take regularly, but skip 1 day and 2 day, and that is possible. But anyhow, this protein powder is whey protein is isolation from the milk, while the carnivore shred protein powder is isolation from the beef. So in this way, basically is the good is the whey protein because it's work more great, and that is why. But important thing is that if you have less muscle and more fat, so you should decrease fat first, and then you should take the protein powder, because the protein powder is also trigger the insulin, and in this the insulin will target to the adipose tissue. And if you are not working hard like a good hard working or weightlifting, so you will not grow your muscle even you are taking the whey protein, because it will stimulate the insulin, and that are already sugar are present in your blood will go into the adipose tissue, adipocytes. In this way, the decrease of the glucose level in your blood will occur, is known as the hypoglycemia, will trigger more and more appetite, and in this way you will feel empty stomach and you will eat more. So that is why some people have, but some people not, but I am just saying about the generally. So in this way, when you will take the protein powder, so the protein powder will spike the insulin, number one thing is that, and also trigger the GIP, and this GIP is the enteroendocrine cells produce enteroendocrine hormone. This will trigger the in pancreas to produce insulin more. Insulin will work for the storage of fat, and this is also the glucose metabolism. In this, the glucose basically stored in your cell, so the extra insulin production will trigger more and more insulin influx to the cell, and in this way that it will be cause many problems. Anyhow, this is the number one thing you should need to understand. But the second thing is that the more protein will metabolize in the liver, and in this the more protein will give the more working in the liver to produce gluconeogenesis and other amino acid metabolism like anabolism and catabolism, urea cycle production, and this way the more urea production. And that is why you should drink water if you are taking too much protein powder, because you should extra amino acid in the form of urea or ammonia, as well as the uric acid should be excreted from your urinary system, and that is why you will not feel the arthritis or some other problem like joint pain or other things. So that is why, that is the problem, and that is why the basically the protein powder itself is not harmful if you will consume with a proper guideline. For example, you should eat too much less, not eat too much, not take too much, but skip 1 day or 2 day and then you can take it, and that is easy for your life and your goal of your all things. So that is why during the sports system, so that is why you can increase your muscle by the less eating, less protein eating, not too much, because it convert into the glucose, so that will be problem. So the whey protein or protein powder, that is all thing is basically is the supplementation. Whenever you will not eat food, so you can take it. If you are if you have any goal, so you should supplementary take, but it's not necessary in every day. So that is why be careful and don't waste money. Even you can put a less amount of protein and buy one box of one kg whey protein, and you can use within the 3 month or 4 month, and that is good, because less eating is the good things, and that is why I am saying when you will eat less, you will decrease the inflammation and decrease the aging and more longevity gene activation, and go fasting to improve your adipose tissue degradation, as well as increase the growth hormones. Your muscle will grow, your bones will be grow. That is why fasting is too much important. And whatever you will eat, so you should focus on the protein diet like beef, mutton, chicken or something, and egg, white egg. So you can eat that things, and which that will spike insulin basically, but less than the whey protein. Anyhow, I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. For this one, bye. For this time, bye. But I am also making the handwritten tutorial about the biomedical science. You can learn a lot of knowledge from that. Check about that all things about the biomedical science. And please make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video. For this time, bye.